first time, obviously, we've gotten to speak with you since you joined the program. I guess just talk about that decision process for you and why you wanted to move from Clemson to LSU and just how the first couple weeks of training and fall camp has gone for you here.
Yeah, definitely. I left Clemson to try to find a new role in a system. I wanted to move more and play more in the box, and it's been great here in Louisiana. I really enjoy it. I met Coach Baker and Coach Jones. Over the phone doing different Zoom meetings and things like that. With everything being shut down. But as you can tell, I ultimately made my decision to come here to LSU, and I really enjoyed it. One of my big reasons for coming here was to really challenge myself. Being in the SEC West, SEC in general, you can't really take anything for granted, and so it's been a challenge, and I'm glad to be here, man. Got great teammates, great coaching. Very appreciative of the opportunity.
Hey, Mike, Brody Miller with The Athletic. How's it going? And just you mentioned you want to be in the box more, all that. I mean, just walk us through these 2 weeks so far. How has that been going? Just kind of how do you imagine your role being, as much as you can tell us?
Uh, it's been a challenge. I've had to learn since high school. My game has been more outside in, and so it's a different game. It's a lot more physical. A lot of things happen a lot faster. But like I said, I have great teammates, man, great coaches, and they've helped me, develop as fast as I can in the situation. It's a lot of competition in that linebacker room, so trying not to get left behind. So I've gotten better. The whole group, we've gotten better as a whole, man. Coach Baker's done a great job coaching us. As for my role, I don't know. We still in the first full week of camp, so I'm just here to do my job to the best I can, man. Regardless, wherever it is, whatever they have me doing, I'm just gonna do what they tell me to do.
Hey, Mike, pleasure to meet you. Wilson Alexander from The Advocate. When you talk about playing, how it's a lot more physical being in the box, was there sort of a moment that you realized it's different? And if you could maybe expand on the differences, like what outside in means versus, are you now, I guess, inside out? Like, what's sort of the difference there?
Yeah. So my first inside period here was pretty eye opening. It was very fast. It's different than watching film or even some certain walkthroughs, and you're out there, when it's live. You're in a limited space, and also this is a different space of what I'm used to. When you're out in the field, you can see number two, you can see number three, you can see the motions, everything like that happening. Here, you might be in the box with, a sniffer right there, and everybody might be going this way, and he goes this way. Like, you got to have an eye for it all, and that's just something I've have to develop. Continue to develop and get better at. But yeah, man, outside in, you're in a lot of more space. It's a lot more time. Things take time to develop because you're farther away from the ball. And when you're inside, I wouldn't even say inside out. It's really inside. Everything's happening right there. So just an adjustment you have to make, man. I feel for myself it was going to happen eventually. And so I'm glad I get to get this experience right now.
Yeah, Mike, Ron Higgins, Tiger Rag Magazine. I know you went to IMG for a couple of years. Did you have any interest in LSU coming out of IMG, or was it always Clemson? And did the LSU Clemson National Championship game have any effect on where you thought you might want to go when you were transferring?
Yeah, going to IMG, I actually committed to Clemson as a sophomore in high school. And so, I had shut my recruitment down. So I really didn't have my eyes open on anywhere but Clemson. But, yeah, no, when it came to time for me to decide where to go, I was just looking for the best fit. I know it's maybe not the best relationship between Clemson folk and LSU folk, but this was a decision to, really challenge myself and try to put myself in the best position for, the years to come. And so whether it would have been here or any other rival we had, if it was the best decision for me, I was going to do it. And, this just turned out to be the right place to be.
Hey, Mike, this is Michael Cobble with Channel 2 here in Baton Rouge. Nice to see you, talk to you. That game that that championship game, you guys had a lot of success at Clemson, but 2019 at LSU was kind of a different animal. What do you remember about that game, and how much ribbing did you take when you got on campus here? Was that a lot of talking to your teammates?
Yeah, man, I remember it all. The game was actually, an incredible moment. One for both teams, making it to a national championship it's huge. It's a lot of things a lot of teams don't ever get to experience. And so I remember being down here, and it was kind of just like an overwhelming pressure, man. Just being down here, you guys are at home. We thinking we're the away team, and we're wearing our orange. Y'all guys are wearing white. Like, all that little stuff, kind of built into, I guess, somewhat the pressure of the game. But yeah, man, it was just a interesting experience. And now the crazy thing is, when we sit down, we'll watch videos, maybe some film during practice or before practice during meetings. I'm watching my old team play, and it's like, wow, everybody was like so happy in that moment. But like, I've been on the other side where it was like, man, like, we're all heartbroken. And so it's been interesting, man. I appreciate all the moments, though. I'm glad you guys won it. Well, not glad because I lost, but being here now, congratulations. Like, I'm glad we won. We won, but yeah, it's been really interesting seeing it from the other side.
Mike, just going back to wanting to make that change to a place where you're going to be able to play inside more. Is that sort of a decision that when you want to be able to kind of prove that to NFL evaluators at the next level? Is that kind of what went into that?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like last year I put plenty of film on tape of me being able to play outside in the box. And, if you watch the game now, it's not as many overhang linebackers. Of course, we had Isaiah Simmons, but he does it all. He's a do-it-all guy. You can play safety if you need to, put him in the box if you need to. But, yeah, I just say for myself, man, I was playing, like a nickel Sam role at like 225, upwards to almost 230 last year, and I don't see too many 225, 230-pound nickels at the next level. And so I just felt like, it was going to happen eventually, so I might as well just try to put myself in a position where I can, grow and really challenge myself as soon as possible, so whenever it is that time, I'll be ready.
Hey, Mike, Glenn West here, one more for you. I'm wondering if you could just take us into the relationship a little bit with some of your fellow linebacker teammates, Devon Clark, Micah Baskerville, just the chemistry you guys have maybe built off the field and also on the field in these early weeks.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I have a great relationship with all these guys, man. I already love all these guys, man. These guys are my brothers. Damone, he is the leader of the squad. No joke. He's a great dude, great individual, man. Great football player. Got his head screwed on tight, man. I'm excited to go watch him ball, man. I love watching him in practice, man. And it's always fun to have, good football players or dudes that are really good people too. And that goes for all of them, man. Micah Batchville, I met Micah first, and we just kicked it off, man. He's another great dude, man. Really genuine guy. I've heard, but all I know is since I've met him, I've even seen him grow up, in the few months that I've known him. And so, another guy I'm super excited about, man. He's going to be a baller for sure. Jared Smalls, grinder. He's a grinder, man. Just like everybody else in this group, man. But, I know his story, man. I know he's a walk-on that came in here and earned it, So, I know just knowing about these guys, man, being able to meet these guys, man, it's a pleasure to be able to play with all of them. All great people, great dudes, man, and I cannot wait to go out and play on the field with these guys.
Like, I know at Clemson you kind of had an outspoken role or to be a leader and whatnot in that locker room. I guess how does that work when you're going into a new team, a veteran team? That do you take that role again? Like, I guess just what that process is like of easing into a new locker room.
I feel like when you come to a new place, you kind of. It's not like you have to change who you are. You still are who you are, but you have to adjust to where you're at. And leadership can be shown in different ways. Maybe I'm just leading by example rather than being the guy who's speaking out. a lot. You know, we got a lot of great leaders here, man. Dre, like I said, Damone. You know, I don't see how anybody can come in and try to tell them what to do. You know, them guys have earned it, man. They've been there and they've done their time. They put their work in, you know, and they're great football players, great people. And so, you know, my goal wasn't to come in here and be the rah-rah guy that everybody followed behind. You know, if that's who I need to be, I would be it. But we got great leaders here already, you know, so I just try to lead by example through the way that I do my, you know, daily regimen. You know, just be who I need to be. You know, if somebody's watching, you know, they'll see somebody who's leading the way they need to.